Yes, sir. Snax on Sports. Back with another one. You know what I'm saying? It's been a minute. It's been almost probably like 2 months since my last episode. But I'm back. Been wanting to get back on here, talk to y'all for a little, for a little while. Um, it's always stuff to talk about, new topics, popping up every day. You know what I mean? The media doing what the media do, sensationalizing and fabricating and double talking and saying one thing and being wrong about that motherfucker and then acting like they didn't say it. So it's been hella shit for me to talk about, but y'all know how this shit go, man. I'm still out here, man, working, man, trying to get all my ducks in order, man, so that way I can be able to do Snax on Sports more consistently. As I keep saying it, y'all know I want to be more consistent, but shit be happening. A lot of it be not a lot of it. Some of it be a little procrastination by me, but for the most part, when I say procrastination, I mean it's probably some times. It's definitely been a few times over the past month or so, you know what I mean, that I haven't been doing Snax on Sports when I could have did some episodes, but nigga be working, nigga be tired. Like the thing about doing this Snax on Sports is, you know what I mean, I don't want to just be doing episodes just to do them. Like, you know what I'm saying? I want to have the energy to do it. And a lot of times I got stuff I want to talk about, but a lot of times at the end of the day, my energy don't be there because I be tired from working and all this other shit. So, but anyway, that's just excuses. You know what I mean? That's just excuses. Niggas got to get it done. You know what I'm saying? That's just excuses. But anyway, Stacks on Sports, man. I'm back with another one. And, let's talk about this NBA Finals so far, man. Now, on one of my last episodes, I predicted my outcome for the NBA playoffs and stuff like that. I kind of forgot, you know what I mean? But I think, if I'm not mistaken, I had the Nuggets in Boston in the finals, and I had the Nuggets winning it, you know what I mean, going back to back. I definitely had Boston in it for sure, because I remember what I had said about Boston, and that is that it was absolutely no excuse for the Boston Celtics to not at least appear in the NBA Finals this year. I mean, it's absolutely no excuse. I'm sorry. I mean, it's just absolutely no motherfucking excuse. You know, the competition was so. The competition, right, was so inferior to the Boston Celtics that it would have been an absolute travesty. Okay. If the Boston Celtics would not have at least made it to the damn NBA Finals. You know what I'm saying? So I know I had Boston in the finals, but I had the Nuggets in the finals as their opponent, and I had the Nuggets winning. So that was like the last time that was around the last time I did a Snax on Sports. You know what I'm saying? And we all know since then, there's been a lot of shit that didn't happen. The Nuggets didn't even make it to the damn Western Conference Finals. They got bounced by the motherfucking Minnesota Timberwolves, who, once the Timberwolves beat the Nuggets, man, I thought I thought that the Minnesota Timberwolves was gonna go all the way. Jesus is Lord. Jesus is Lord. I agree with you on that. Jesus is definitely Lord. You know what I mean? And he got my back and your back and all our backs. You know what I'm saying? As long as we got his back. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Where was I at? Yeah, I know sports. I know a lot of it, and I'm finna talk about it right now, big dog. Right on for tuning in, Fernando. Yeah, but yeah, I thought Minnesota was gonna win it all. You know what I'm saying? After they beat the Nuggets, oh man, and a lot of us did. You know what I'm saying? And then that next series against the Mavericks, Kyrie and Luka smacked them up. Minnesota just wasn't ready yet. You know what I mean? They still got some learning to do. But now that we here, yeah, man. So once we knew what this finals was right here, Mavericks versus Boston, I picked the Mavericks. I had the Mavericks, you know what I'm saying, winning it all. You know what I mean? Just because I'm looking at Luka like, hey, look at that boy. You know what I'm saying? He that motherfucking boy. Okay? But Boston has surprised me. Not surprised me from the standpoint of like that they're a good team. I know that they're a good team, you know what I'm saying? But what they've done so far in this NBA Finals they've validated their season so far. You know what I'm saying? And the whole thing about they in the Eastern Conference, that is somewhat true. That is true. You know what I mean? In a way. You know what I'm saying? As far as, the competition that they got to face, you know what I mean, compared to the competition that Western Conference teams got to face, it's not equal. You know what I'm saying? It's a little more tougher in the West. However, if you go look at the Boston Celtics record against the Western Conference this year, it's pretty off the charts, man. You know what I'm saying? I heard someone say earlier today, I think they something like, including the finals, the Boston Celtics is something like 27-6 against the Western Conference or something like that this year. So yeah, their record and the fact that they're in the Eastern Conference, so a lot of the teams aren't as good as the Western Conference, that helps them out. But they've proven that they're one of the top teams, because all you gotta do is look at their record against the Western Conference teams this year, including the finals. Where you stepping, brother? We got it for you. Yeah, I'm in Cali. I'm in Cali too. Yeah, I'm in the Bay Area. Man, so listen, what's up, Giovanni? So check this out. I hope Dallas wins Game 5 for selfish reasons. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hope Dallas win just because I don't want the season to end. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I did pick Dallas to win the finals. Obviously, ain't nobody ever came back from being down 0-3 in any playoff series ever in the NBA. But I will say this, it's going to happen eventually, sooner or later. I'm not saying it's going to happen in this finals, but eventually it is going to happen. And as a matter of fact, I don't know if y'all remember, but last year in the Eastern Conference Finals, Boston almost pulled it off. Boston got down 0-3 against the Miami Heat. and then won 3 straight to force a Game 7, and then lost Game 7 at home in Boston and shit. You know what I'm saying? So Boston almost got close to doing it last year. Eventually, it's going to happen, where somebody's going to come back from down 0-3 and win 4 straight to win a series. You know what I'm saying? So I'll say this: I want Dallas to win Game 5. Like I said, just because I don't want the season to end. You know what I mean? I want to see more basketball. But I will say that if I was a betting man and I had to put my money on Game 5, I would probably put my money on Boston probably closing it out and winning. But I will be rooting for Dallas. And if Dallas wins Game 5, it's going to get interesting because, and I've been peeping this shit, you know what I'm saying, after Game 3, hey, and I mean, I understand it because ain't nobody ever came back from down 0-3, but I mean, motherfuckers is talking like the shit is over, and rightfully so. It is basically over when you get down 0-3. Ain't nobody ever came back from that. But the one thing about these Dallas Mavericks, they got 2 wild cards, okay, between Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving. Those are 2 of the most clutchest players, if not the 2 most clutchest, you know what I mean, in the NBA. So, like, if Boston, so now that Dallas has won a game, now Boston, y'all had y'all one little throwaway game. I understand, you know, they got some wiggle room. You know what I'm saying? They can lose a couple more games before they, you know, but I'm just telling Boston Celtics, I'm telling you right now, and Boston Celtics fans, don't play around. Y'all bet to close this thing out Game 5. If they don't close out Game 5 in Boston, this series is going 7. It's just gonna go 7. That's just what the fuck gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm rooting for Dallas to win. Barkley going to retire next year from TNT, big dog. What you think? Is Barkley retiring, or is the whole team going away? Because what I've heard is that I ain't got no type of inside information. I'm just like you. But what I done heard is that TNT wasn't able to pick up the contract, you know what I mean, for the NBA or whatever, you know what I mean? Like you know, inside the NBA, that show is owned by TNT. You know what I'm saying? And so something where the NBA and TNT couldn't come to an agreement on a new TV deal or something like that. So now, you know, TNT will always have Inside the NBA because they own that show. You know what I'm saying? But what the NBA can do is they can take that same, and EJ Ernie, you know, he's a TNT employee if I'm not mistaken. They're all TNT employees, but they can take that show with the same team and just move it. They won't be able to call it Inside the NBA. They can call it something else. You know what I'm saying? But they can take Barkley, they can take Kenny Smith, they can take Shaq, and depending on what EJ's contract is with TNT, they can take the same show and just transfer it to the new, who I don't know if it's ESPN or ABC. I don't know who, you know what I mean, who's going to be, you know, in charge of that show. Not the Inside the NBA show, but whatever, whatever's going to happen with that collective group of people, you know what I'm saying? They can just go over there and just start something new, you know what I'm saying? And still kind of have like the same concept, but they can't call it Inside the NBA because that's owned by TNT. Barkley, so I don't know if it's Barkley retiring or if it's, just the show is going away. You know what I'm saying? Either way, Charles Barkley is one of the greatest things going on TV as far as, sports entertainment, and it's been that way since he's been a part of the show. So that, I definitely would, like, Inside the NBA, I love that show. You know what I'm saying? It's funny than a motherfucker. They just be up there laughing, joking, clowning, you know what I'm saying? And I love seeing that. So, yeah, it's definitely going to be, a sad thing for it to go away. And I definitely would not want to see it go away. But, hey, it is what it is, man. Things happen in life, you know what I'm saying? Nothing stays the same. Things change, So, but, nah, man, yeah, so, I'm hoping that the Mavericks go on and pull it out Game 5, man, and we get some juicy content coming up. You know what I mean? Game 6 and Game 7. You know what I'm saying? So, but at least the Mavericks did what they did tonight, pushed it to a Game 5. You know what I mean? We got another game of basketball on Monday night, and we'll see what happens. I mean, it's a lot of ways I can go with this episode right here. You know what I'm saying? Just because, like, I wanted to do another different episode about what I'm about to say, but I just talk about it right now because this is just, I haven't did an episode in a while, so it's been a month or two, so I'm just gonna, it's all based around what's going on in the NBA Finals, so I'm gonna just throw it all up in there, you know what I mean? And I may split it up in like stories or reels or shorts, you know what I'm saying? But the one thing I want to say, man, with this media, man, like, after Game 3, right? And Luka, we all know, Luka ain't the best defender, and he has a issue with complaining to the refs and all that. Whatever, fine. But the media just, they take it overboard, man. You know what I mean? Like, I'm watching First Take this morning, or I think it was yesterday morning or this morning or whatever. They asking the question, is Luka Doncic overrated? Or no, that was on Undisputed, where they asked, was he overrated? But that's an absurd question to ask. You know what I'm saying? Fuck no, he's not overrated. You know what I'm saying? He's one of the top 3 players in the world. Okay. But on First Take, it was, has Luka been exposed and all this shit? It's like, bro, like, they sensationalize this shit so much, bro. Like, dude, it can't never be that one like, both teams can't win. Only one team can win. So it's like the team that wins, they the best sliced bread. You know what I'm saying? And then the team that loses is a piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's just like, it's okay to get to the NBA Finals and lose, okay? What I mean by that, I'm not saying it's okay like you want to lose, but what I'm saying is both teams can't win. Somebody got to win. Somebody got to lose. You know what I'm saying? This is Luka's first time on this stage. You know what I'm saying? This is a learning experience for him. So even if they lose the finals, guess what? It's okay. That don't guarantee he gonna be back here again or nothing like that. But I'm saying he got a long career ahead, bro. What are you 24 years old? You know what I'm saying? Like, Like they want to make it like the world is crashing down. His basketball world is crashing down, and if they, they talking about just saying just outrageous ass shit, and I just don't. I don't understand it. I kind of understand it. The media need what they do. They need a blame guy. You know what I'm saying? So what they do, because right before the NBA Finals started, him and Kyrie was the best backcourt in NBA history and shit. You know what I'm saying? Now all of a sudden, a week and a half later, now Luka ain't shit. And Kyrie, it's like, bro, sometimes you have a bad game. Luka had a bad game, game 3. That's all. He had a bad game. Sometimes you have a bad game. You do know you are qualified to have a bad game. Everybody has had a bad game before. Michael Jordan had a bad game. Kobe Bryant had a bad game. LeBron James had a bad game. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar had a bad game. Everybody had a bad game before. So, and they do it to the Boston Celtics too. Now, I ain't got nothing against Boston. You know what I'm saying? Kobe was my favorite player. And so, with that being said, I rooted against Boston. And then Boston and Golden State. Golden State is my favorite team. Steph Curry is my favorite player now. So we beat them in the finals 2 years ago. And so it's just a little bit of, Boston Celtic friendly sports hate, you know what I mean, to where I would like to see the Mavericks win, but I wouldn't be upset if Boston won. You know what I mean? I ain't got nothing against Jason Tatum. I ain't got nothing against Jaylen Brown. The one motherfucker I do have something against is that damn Joe Mazzulla. I don't know. I just don't like that motherfucker. I don't like him. I don't like his attitude. I don't like how he talk. I don't like how he seem like I just don't like him. And what cemented it for me is in the middle of the year when the first NBA head coach in history tried to block a player's shot. So y'all know when like when you watching a game and then there's a whistle blown and so it's a dead ball, but there's a player that still has the ball, so he goes and shoots the ball after the whistle has been blown. And then you get a player from the opposing team to not allow the ball to go into the rim. You know what I'm saying? Kevin Garnett started that years ago. So y'all know when that happens, right? So Joe Mazzulla did that in an NBA game in a regular season this year. And he didn't stop the ball from going into the hoop. But what he did was when there was a dead ball after the play, there was a player that attempted to shoot the ball, and this motherfucker tried to go up and block the shot. And I'm like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? You're a coach. Now, what happens if you hurt this player? If this player get hurt because you out there horse playing and goofing around? You know what I'm saying? So once I seen that shit, I'm like, oh nah, this nigga, I don't know what the fuck this nigga doing. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't like that. You know what I'm saying? So ever since then, I didn't like him before then, and I still that just cemented it right there. Ime Udoka, I fuck with Udoka. I fuck with Ime Udoka that was giving that Udica, you know what I'm saying, to all them outs. You know what I mean? But nah, man. I don't got no problem, so I'm not mad at, but I was saying that because it is. Just like with the Luka thing. Jason Tatum, right? Now, the Boston Celtics, tonight when they lost, before tonight's game, they had only lost 2 games the whole postseason. 2. 2. They lost 1 in the first round, and then they lost 1 in the second round. They lost 2 games. But let the media tell it, and you would think that they're struggling with these teams or whatever. Like, they've lost 2 games, but the media talks like, so it's like, we can't lose. We supposed to just sweep through the motherfucking playoffs. You know what I'm saying? These are playoff teams. These are good teams. They get paid too. They trying to win and shit too. You know what I'm saying? Like, so they win the first round, 4-1, but the media acts like, because they didn't sweep them, you know what I'm saying, that something is wrong with the Boston Celtics or something is wrong with Jason Tatum. Same thing in the second round. Okay? And I'm just like, and then they'll say, oh, well, you know, Jason Tatum, he ain't been playing well and this and that. Huh? Bullshit. Now, if you want to say that he hasn't shot particularly well, you know what I mean, overall throughout the course of the playoffs, okay, I give you that. But he does other things. Okay? He's rebounding. He's facilitating. He's playing defense. So if his shot's not falling, he's doing other things as well. And then on top of that, they're winning. The team is winning. So what the fuck do it matter? And this is my whole point with the media. It's like nowadays, it's not about winning or losing no more. See, when I grew up, it was about, did you win? Did you lose? That's what matters. You know what I'm saying? Now it's how did you win? So because Jason Tatum ain't averaging fucking 40 points throughout the fucking playoffs, he's a bum. And he ain't, bro, they're winning. That's all that matters. They're talking about, you know, they want to see this, they want to see that. Nah, they just got to win the game. If they won the game and Jason Tatum, so what would you rather have? Would you rather Jason Tatum score 45, 50 points and they lose? Or would you rather him, you know, score 17, 18 points because his shot is not falling, but he's doing everything else, you know what I'm saying? And his team wins. I want to win. So if I scored 18 points and we won, I did enough. We won. That's all that matters. It don't nothing else matter, bro. Don't nothing else matter. I can score a fucking 200 points. Okay? The objective, the reason why you want to score all of those points is because you want to put yourself in the best position to win. That's the reason why you play the game. So if I don't have to score 40 points in order for us to win, then what does it matter? You know what I'm saying? So those is just some of the things that, you know, really been bothering me over the course of this NBA playoff season. You know what I mean? One with Luka after game 3 and everybody just piling up. It's like what the media do is they say they pick a target and everybody just monolithically or whatever just goes after that one target and everybody repeats the same 1, 2, or 3 points. Oh, he this and that. Oh, he doesn't play no defense. Oh, he complaining to the refs and all, and they say all of this shit, acting like he's tarnishing his career and tarnishing his legacy because of that one game. It was one game. He had a bad game. Now, I agree with, come on, dude. Like, you can't put yourself in a position where you fouling out. You know what I'm saying? Your team needs you. You know what I'm saying? Dallas in 7. Let's go. Dallas in 7. You know what I mean? I'm a Warriors fan, but for the sake of this, you know, because my team ain't in it, I'm going for Dallas. Off the motherfucking top. Yeah, I'm going for Dallas. Because like I said, eventually it's going to happen. Not saying that it's going to happen this time. I hope it happens. But yeah, I'm hoping that it's Dallas at 7. You know what I'm saying? But nah, man, I just don't like that. You know what I'm saying? How the media picks a target and they say, okay, we're going to attack him now. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all wasn't saying that shit just last week. So now all of a sudden the nigga a bum just because he had a bad game. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, the same thing with the Celtics. It's like, it's the same thing with the Celtics, man. It's like, I could understand the talk of the quote unquote Celtics struggles and all that shit. You know what I mean? If the series against Cleveland, the series against who the fuck they played in the first round? I forgot who the fuck they played, but I could see if like those series were being stretched out to 6 or 7 games. Even if you win the series, and if it gets stretched out to 6, 7 games, that's all that matters if you won the series. But I can at least stomach the conversation of what's going on with the Boston Celtics. Dude, no series has went more than 5 games. And y'all talking like these motherfuckers is just not getting it done. You know what I'm saying? I don't get that. They're winning. You know what I'm saying? Tatum's attitude is childish? Explain to me what you mean by that, because if you can, you know what I'm saying? Because Tatum is kind of like laid back. Like he don't really say too much. And anytime he does say something, you know, he's real soft spoken. He don't. I don't know. Maybe you're talking about from the standpoint of his play or whatever. But I don't get that when I see Tatum or when I hear him talk or whatever. I don't get a childish type of vibe from him. But you know what I'm saying? That's your opinion. You know what I'm saying? Oh, tonight. Oh, okay. So you saying in his play? Okay. I understand that. I see what you're saying as far as like in his play, some of the. But I mean, like I said, man, they kind of earn the right to have like one kind of like fuck up game. You know what I'm saying? Like they was up 3-0, even though, like I said, this is the NBA Finals. You don't want to play around. The championship is on the line, and you got Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving over there. Them is 2 killers. And if you play around with them, I'm telling you, you're gonna get killed. So, you don't want to play with that. Them is assassins right there. You know what I'm saying? So, I see what you're saying, but I mean, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens in Game 5, because now it's gonna start. See, the fact that Dallas won that game tonight, now it feels like, okay, it's still 3-1. So I mean, they still got a commanding lead. You know what I mean? The Boston Celtics do, but with that one win, it makes the series feel like, okay, we got a little something now. We it might be we got a series now somewhat. You know what I'm saying? So, because Game 5 is the game. Game 5 is the game. If Dallas finds a way to win Game 5, this shit's interesting right here. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah. Dallas definitely still an underdog. Yeah, they still an underdog. You're going back to Boston, so the crowd gonna be raucous. You know what I mean? The crowd gonna be trying to cheer them niggas into a motherfucking championship. You know what I'm saying? But that Luka Doncic, man, and Kyrie too. Kyrie as well. You know what I'm saying? But Luka got it in him to do something special. Kyrie got it in him to do something special. But Luka, y'all remember what Luka did to the Phoenix Suns 2 years ago? in the second round of semifinals. Okay, Game 7 in Phoenix. Bopped them niggas on it. Man, them niggas was up by 50 in the first half. This nigga Luka had like 40 in the first half. I mean, he was straight spanking ass, man. You know what I'm saying? So he got that in him. That was the year that the Phoenix Suns, that was the year where it was supposed to be Phoenix and Golden State in the Western Conference Finals to see who was going to go to the NBA Finals. You know what I'm saying? That was the year where Golden State obviously won the championship, and they started out 18-2. Phoenix started out 19-3, and they was just neck and neck all year. You know what I'm saying? And they was just on a crash collision course to meet up in the Western Conference Finals. But Luka Doncic said, hold my beer. Ain't gonna be no motherfucking, you know what I'm saying? Phoenix, Golden State might be there, but Phoenix, they ain't gonna be able to participate. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because we gonna be there. So I'm just saying, Luka got it in him. Luka got it in him to do something special, for sure. That's off the top. You know what I'm saying? And now with them getting that one win, it's going to it's giving them a little more confidence. They get their bearings back up under them. Now they kind of feel like, okay, we got this. Just one game at a time. One game at a time. You're still facing elimination. You know, just don't go to Boston and get blown out, man. Just to let it be a good. If you're gonna lose, at least let it be a good game. I don't want it to be over in the third quarter and shit. You know what I'm saying? And you know, you just got to play out the game until they win the championship. You know what I'm saying? At least give us a game, man. Give us because one thing about it, man, is that I will say this. It's not the stuff. I mean, we've been spoiled. I'm a Warriors fan, so you know what I mean. But I'm satisfied. You know what I mean. I you know, obviously I want my team to continue to contend. I don't think they done. I'm not saying that the Warriors gonna win another championship. You know what I'm saying. But I still think that they can contend. You know what I'm saying. People look at the fact that they were a 10th seed this year and basically missed out on the playoffs. But what people don't realize is that they actually won 2 more games this year than they did last year. Okay? Last year, the Warriors went 44-37, and they were a 6th seed. They avoided the play-in. This year, they won 46 games, and they was the 10th seed. So that just shows you, you know what I mean, the difference in the 2 seasons. You know what I'm saying? And they won 46 games. Draymond missed like 20, 25 games. So you say if he don't miss those games, you know, obviously they don't win them all, but I believe that they would have been a 50-win team this year. And if they would have been a 50-win team this year, then that means that they avoid the play-in. Yeah, nah, you know what I'm saying? Nah, definitely, man. But I'm saying the reason why I brought up Golden State is because man, why the fuck did I bring up Golden State? Oh, the reason why I brought up Golden State is because, man, I'm not just saying this because I'm a Golden State Warriors fan, but the last 2 years in the playoffs with them not making long postseason runs, the playoffs is just different, bro. Like, it's just not. Don't get me wrong, I'm an avid basketball fan. I grew up playing basketball. I'm an athlete myself, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna watch sports. I'm gonna watch the NBA finals and the NBA playoffs regardless. It don't matter who the fuck playing, I'm gonna watch it. Because I'm a fan. But it is not the same though. You know what I mean? With Steph Curry not in the Western Conference Finals, not in the NBA Finals. I'll even say LeBron James. Everybody know I'm the biggest LeBron James hater. You know what I'm saying? I always know how great of a player he is. I just don't feel like he's better than Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Or even Kobe Bryant for that matter. But I know he's an all-time great. But even LeBron James, it's like say what you want to say about LeBron James, when he's must see TV. When there's maybe it's a few more that I'm not thinking about, but there's two players off the top of my head that I don't care what's going on. When they're playing, I have to watch. And that's Steph Curry and LeBron James. Steph Curry because I'm a fan of him. LeBron James because I'm a player hater of him. You know what I'm saying? But regardless, I got to watch LeBron play because he always going to give you something. Skip Bayless say that. There's always some type of dramatics or something with LeBron James and a LeBron James-led team in the games that he plays. So it's just good theatrics. And with those two not being there, it's like, man, you know what I mean? The NBA is going through a changing phase right now, changing of the guards. You know what I'm saying? With no deep playoff run from KD, no deep playoff run from Steph, no deep playoff run from LeBron James. You know, there's a switching of the guards going on now. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying that to say, you know, that, man, you know, I want the remainder of the finals to give us some theatrics, man. You know what I mean? Even tonight's game, I'm glad the Mavericks won, but I mean, damn, they was up by 40 and shit. You know what I'm saying? The game was over in the third quarter. You know what I mean? So I want to watch these games, man, and still have something to watch in the fourth quarter, man. And Steph Curry and LeBron James always give you that, you know. But yeah, overall, I thought this would be a dope matchup, you know what I mean? Just because, like, you got the Kyrie situation with him being a former Celtic and now having to go back and play against his former team in the NBA Finals, and the same thing with Kristaps Porzingis, even though it's not as spicy and sexy as Kyrie versus the Celtics. You know, Porzingis was with the Mavericks for a year, I believe, or maybe two, you know what I mean? But yeah, he was with the Knicks, then got traded to the Mavericks, then got traded to Washington Wizards, and now he's with the Knicks. I mean, the Celtics. But and when he was with the Mavericks, I guess, you know, they're saying that, you know, him and Luka, they had a little friction, you know what I'm saying? And I thought that would have been that surprised me, seeing that they're both, I don't know if they're both from the same country, but, you know, they're both European players, you know what I mean? So you would think that, you know, since they got that in common, that they would have bonded over that or whatever. But you know what I mean? They was kind of talking like Porzingis was kind of jealous somewhat. Not jealous, but like, you know, it's like, bro, like, you coming to Luka Doncic team. Luka is already established as that dude, bro. Like if you coming over there thinking you finna take some shit over, like, why would you think that? You know what I mean? Like, Luka is Luka. This is Luka Doncic we talking about here. You know what I'm saying? Kristaps, you know, came into the league with that same kind of hype that Luka did. You know what I'm saying? And he's a good young player, you know what I mean? Not on the level of like a Luka Doncic, but he's somewhat lived. Luka has surpassed what he was supposed to be already, you know what I'm saying? And Kristaps, you know, it's been a lot of injuries, you know what I mean? That's kind of what didn't derailed him, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, he still has had a solid career so far, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm just glad the Mavs won tonight and we got more basketball, you know what I'm saying? You know, So we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, man, it's the media with their narratives, man, and how they push these agendas and fabricate these stories and sensationalize and how they flip-flop after every fucking game and shit, you know what I mean? After a team win, oh, these motherfuckers, they the greatest of all time. And then they lose the next game. Man, these motherfuckers, they should be in the G League. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Kristaps is very hard to guard. Kristaps is very hard to guard. That's why he was such a problem in those first 2 games in Boston.
No, definitely. Kristaps is 7'3". He's 7'3", could shoot the 3. You know what I mean? And he's a factor defensively because he's so tall. You know what I'm saying? You know, so Kristaps is a very unique player. You know what I'm saying? I'm not shitting on him at all. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. When I say agendas, I just mean like, you know, they like the media, the sports media, man, they push these narratives, man. So for example, like what I'm saying with the Luka thing, like after game 3, right? They're pushing this narrative and this agenda that, like, you know, and maybe agenda ain't the right word for this particular, you know, but they do be pushing agendas. But they're pushing this narrative like Luka is, you know, tarnished his legacy so far. He's being exposed somehow because of that game 3 performance. And I'm like, how is he being exposed? He just had a bad game. He just had one bad game. That's not being exposed. He had a bad game. So that's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? If you listen to the media, they will. What I'm saying is, if you listen to the media and you're not well versed in like the sport and like you know what's going on, like if you just strictly look to American sports media like ESPN, and I'm not saying because I watch ESPN, I watch FS1 and all that, I'm gonna continue to watch it. You know what I mean? There's some things that I like, but there's a lot that I don't like. So I'm saying if you're not super knowledgeable about the game and that's who you look to get your sports knowledge, you're gonna be misled. You're gonna be misled because it's all about storylines with the media. It's not necessarily about what's factual, and that also can be proven in what I'm saying about Jason Tatum. The storyline that they want you to believe about Jason Tatum is that he's not playing well. You know what I mean? And that he's, you know, and like I said, I understand what you might be saying from the standpoint of just tonight's game. You know what I mean? He didn't play well or whatever. But I'm saying what my thing is, I come from an era I'm a little older. I come from an era of winning. You know what I'm saying? It was all about winning. It didn't matter if the star player didn't score fucking 50 points and shit. It was okay if they team won. Nowadays, if your team win and the star player don't play well, they still want to criticize the star player. Why? The objective is to win. That's what you play the game for, to win. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's football, baseball, basketball, you're playing to win. You know what I'm saying? So that's my whole thing. Like, you know what I mean? They should be championing and praising the Boston Celtics more You know what I'm saying? Because the fact that they're winning tonight was their third loss of the entire postseason. It was only their third loss. They only lost once in the first round. They only lost once in the second round. They didn't lose at all in the third round. And this is their first loss in the fourth round in the finals. Okay, they won like 10 games in a row. They hadn't lost in like a month. You know, with the long layoff of the fucking NBA finals and shit. That's another thing. NBA, y'all got to do something about that. This fucking a week to a week and a half, you know what I'm saying, before game one starts in the NBA finals, like y'all gotta y'all gotta do something about that. You know what I'm saying? So, but to me, it's all about winning, bro. Like Steph Curry is my favorite player, right? Yeah, like I want Steph to score 50 every game off the top. But I prefer for the team to win. Okay? There was a game earlier in the year. Golden State against Atlanta. In Atlanta. Steph went for 60. But they lost. You think I give a fuck about that 60 points? We need to win. We need to win. Because see, Golden State, their problem is they got to stay out of that play-in shit. Golden State is a playoff series team. That's where they thrive. They don't thrive in these sudden death games, these one-off games, you know, win and go home. They don't thrive in those types of situations. You know what I'm saying? They need to be playing a playoff series. If that was against if that loss that they had in a play-in was against the Sacramento Kings, if that was an actual series, I still think that Golden State would have won a series against Sacramento. You know what I mean? Because you take that first game one loss and then you make your adjustments. We all know Golden State. You know what I mean? They can make adjustments. We've seen that. You know what I'm saying? Damn, man. Clay, man. I seen earlier today, man, that they said that Clay unfollowed the Warriors on Instagram, and most of his posts, you know, pertaining to the Warriors, he, you know, took them down or whatever. And I'm just like, man, how I feel about it, my dude Fernando, man. I'm saddened by it. I'm heartbroken by it because I don't know if you watched any of my lives before, or if this is your first time. Right on for tuning in, but I'm a Warriors fan, bro. That, like, I'm not a new Warriors fan. Okay, like I said, I'm a little older. You know what I'm saying? So I was born in the 80s, grew up in the 90s and 2000s, okay? And I started playing sports very young, at 9, 10 years old, okay? So I'm old enough to have seen Michael Jordan play. You know what I'm saying? And the Warriors were always trash. Like, I've been a Warriors fan as long as since the mid 90s. You know what I mean? Since I first started paying attention to sports. You know what I'm saying? And the Warriors were always trash. You know what I'm saying? They had one solid year in like the mid 90s. I think it was 94. It was Chris Webber's rookie year. I was a kid. I was a child. You know what I'm saying? But they had Tim Hardaway, Latrell Sprewell, Chris Mullin, Billy Owens, and Chris Webber. He was a rookie up out of Michigan. And they had I remember they made the playoffs that one year, you know what I mean? Then they didn't make the playoffs again for like another 10 years, and then they didn't make the playoffs. Like, the Warriors were I had season tickets in Steph Curry's rookie year. 2009, 2010, I had season tickets. Dog, the team was so trash, they called me. I didn't call them. Them motherfuckers called me like, hey, big dog. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We trying to get these season tickets off. Look, we got them for the low. Please just come buy this shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying that because the reason why I'm saying that, bro, is because the reason why I'm saying that is because I'm a Warriors fan that's been a Warriors fan my whole life. So some of the new Warriors fans, like, they only know the era, like the Steph era from when the championships and shit started. So the Warriors were always trash. I never thought in my lifetime, bro, that I would see the Golden State Warriors win a championship, let alone 4. Like, this is a fucking dynasty, right? So I'm appreciative of what they've given me as a fan. So when I listen to local sports radio here in the Bay Area, and you got all of these callers calling in, and the radio hosts, you know, they rile them up. You know what I mean? Like, bro, like, these motherfuckers have given us 4 championships. They're the team of this era. Like they're the dynasty of this era during the LeBron era. You know what I'm saying? During the LeBron era, and you get these callers calling in, and they just want to just get rid of Clay. They just want to just get rid of Draymond. I'm like, bro, like, have you no respect? Like, so for me with Klay Thompson, like, it saddens me because I'm the type of fan that I know what he brought to the table and what he's done. Game 6 Klay, like, that performance that he had in Game 6 of the Western Conference Finals against OKC in 2016, when KD was still over there, that KD's last year over there before he came over here with us, bro. That performance that Klay Thompson put on, that's one of the top 3 performances that I've ever seen because of the moment. We were 73 wins, okay? And we was down 3-1. We was getting ready to get eliminated. Steph had a good game that game too, but Klay had the game of his life, okay? I will never forget that performance, bro. Like, that shit was fucking epic. It was so epic, and I told this story before. It was so epic to where, bro, I cried off that game, bro. Like, I literally, and I never ever did no shit like that before my whole life, bro. And like, I didn't realize how emotionally invested that I was in this team. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to remember, it was 73 wins, you know what I mean? So it's like, if we would have not even made it to the finals, like, it was already embarrassing to lose in Game 7 of the NBA Finals and not finish the deal off after winning the most games in regular season in history, passing the all-time great Michael Jordan and Chicago Bulls, 72, okay? But to lose in Western Conference Finals, to lose in the Western Conference Final, that would have been so Klay Thompson putting on that performance, and then that whole game, like, they were down that game, bro. Like they could have lost that game. They were it's like they were all, that whole game, they were always trying to get over the hump. And when Klay hit that, or like a little bit under a minute to go, I think it was just to like tie the game or put us up 1. The game wasn't even over yet. The OKC could have still came down there, but I knew for a fact when he hit that 3, that was like his 10th 3 of the game or some shit, I knew he was gonna win that game, but I knew we was gonna win the series. And if y'all go back and go watch that game on YouTube, he hit a 3 He hit a wing three, and it was like 50 something. It was like 57 seconds left, or like a minute left, or something like that. And that three that he hit, it was either a three to tie it after we had been trying to, you know what I'm saying, or it was a three to take the lead. You know what I'm saying? And when he made that three, bro, like, emotion came out of me that I never even, like, he hit that three. I ran out the house, bro. I just started like bawling, cause I was like, it's like, bro, like I was like invested in that shit. Like, bro, we can't lose. We gotta win this. You know what I'm saying? So for that reason alone, I would never forget that. I would never forget that performance. This nigga made me cry. You know what I'm saying?
Clay, let me see. That's how I felt when Zeke left Dallas, bro. I'm happy he's back.
Hey, you know what? I'll say this. I'm a Niners fan, right? So as Niner fans, and that Cowboys-Niners rivalry, that go back, bro. That rivalry go back to like when I was in elementary. We was already Niners versus Cowboys, and we was already Niners versus Cowboys in elementary school and shit, my nigga. But I'm saying here in the Bay Area, but with that, like the Cowboys have always been big. The Cowboys got fans everywhere. But I'll say this about that. Even as a Cowboy hater, like I always liked Zeke. I always liked Zeke and Dak. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I agree with you on that. I'm happy. I'm happy that Zeke is back over there. He ain't need to be over there with the Patriots. He's a Dallas Cowboy. He deserves to be with he's a Cowboy. You know what I'm saying? So I agree with you. I'm happy that Zeke is back over there too. But now, Clay, man. So for me, I do think that, I think that that the Warriors can still be a good team, but I've always said that if one of these four left, it's over. Either Steph, obviously, we know he's the best player and the most important, but Steph or Clay or Draymond or Steve Kerr. Any one of them four are removed from the equation, it's over. And so, with that being said, even though I know that Clay isn't, he ain't the same Clay that he was before the injuries. You know what I mean? We can all see that. I think it's a little exaggerated and overblown as far as like the part that's not overblown is the defense. You can see that he's not the same defensively. And his shooting numbers have come down a little bit too, but he can still shoot the fuck out the ball, man. You know what I'm saying? Not this past year, but the year before last, he led the league in three-pointers made. And it was his first time going over 300. Was it his first time going over? I think it was his first time going over 300 threes in a season. But man, it's sad. I'll probably cry again now. You know what I mean? Seeing Clay in a different, because I feel like Steph, Clay, and Dre, they deserve to all go out together, man. And I know probably what's happening is, he probably want like 30 mil or something like that. You know what I mean? And they probably don't want to pay him that. They probably want to pay him like 25. You know what I'm saying? And so, but it sucks, bro. You know what I'm saying? If that's what ended up happening and it do feel like it's headed that way, it sucks. And it's not going to be the same after that. Let me see. Let me see. No, yeah. Remember they had Baron Davis and Matt Barnes. Oh yeah, and that was the We Believe team. So yeah, that was 06. You know what I mean? So that was 2006. That was like 2-3 years before Steph got drafted. But yeah, that we believe. Now, when we believe happens, that was the first time where I kind of thought, I was like, damn, we might, is we gonna win a motherfucking championship? Because y'all gotta remember, we had beat the number one seed and the team that was considered the best team in the NBA that year because they had the best record and the best player who had won the MVP in Dirk Nowitzki and the Dallas Mavericks. You know what I'm saying? And we was the eighth seed. It was like a true. It was back. That was when it was really a true 1 versus 8. You know what I'm saying? And so when we beat them, and how we beat them though, like we embarrassed them. You know what I'm saying? We ran them out the building, and you know what I'm saying? That's when Oracle was Oracle in Oakland. That's when they had to chase. They had to chase it or now. It'll never be Chase's dope. Chase got a little aura to it now because at first it didn't, but it got a little aura to it now because they didn't win the championship. So, but I don't give a damn. It won't never be. It will never be a era like that, like at the beginning of the Steph era, or at the beginning of this dynasty era. Like in when they were starting to, you know what I mean, when it was in 13 and 14, and then especially when they start winning championships in 15 and 16 and all that, that shit it just won't be duplicated. It used to be so loud in there, bro. Like to the point to where I don't know if y'all remember, but in 2015, the year they won their first championship, in the first round, they played against the New Orleans Pelicans, Anthony Davis, and the coach was Monty Williams. Monty Williams was trying to complain to the NBA and tell the NBA, y'all got to do something about this. He was like, bro, it's too loud. And like, he was trying to say like, y'all got to fucking find them, or y'all got to do something. It's too fucking loud in there. We can't hear shit. Bro, that shit was epic. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, nah, man, that's gonna be to see Clay play somewhere else in a different uniform. That's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Looney. Yeah, I heard about that. I heard Looney might be leaving too. You know what I'm saying? Looney. I love Looney, you know what I'm saying? And he's Looney's rookie year was the 2016 year, the year when they lost Game 7 to the Cavs. That was his rookie year. So Looney is one of the ones that got multiple rings as well, because he had the 17 ring and the 18 ring too. You know what I'm saying? But that 22 run, that was Looney's shining moment. That year and that playoff run, I mean, he was gobbling up rebounds like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, Looney was off the charts. But this year, man, and he's always been, but it's like he's too like this year. It just what's the word? It stood out more. Looney, he's too stiff. Like he's just too unathletic. Like, you know what I'm saying? Now you say how can somebody that unathletic be able to grab all of them rebounds? Rebounding is a horn. You know what I'm saying? Oh. You know, rebounding is definitely an art form. You know what I'm saying? Damn, I got to put my phone on my charger. So now this shit. I can do that like that. Is it gone? Oh no. How can I do this? I may have to go over here with it. But I need to. shit might fall, but yeah, nah, Looney, I don't know, man. Looney just he kind of just like he got too stiff for me this year. You know what I'm saying? These things happen. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying, bro. Like it's like you know, it's most likely over. You know what I'm saying? And that's okay. Because my thing is like, man, these people done gave us 4 championships, bro. 4 championships. And that's all I want these fans out here to understand, because it's like they think like I be listening to the radio, man, they be talking, man, and they be like, do this, trade this, get this person, get this, blah blah blah. It's like, bro, y'all understand, bro, this shit is over after this. You know what I'm saying? Like it's over. Like how Golden State Warriors fans, how we been the last couple years, just, you know what I'm saying, watching, you know what I'm saying, other teams in the finals and shit. This is what it's finna be for a very long time. You know what I'm saying? Now, or at least it's not gonna be how it was. Like that shit don't happen. Like you get okay, let's say the Patriots in football, they had a 20-year run. Okay, look at the Spurs, you know what I'm saying? They had a nice like 20-year run. But like I said, there's always going to be an exception to the rule, you know what I'm saying? But most of the time, you know, it happens like what happened to the Bulls after Jordan and Pippen and Phil Jackson and shit. You're going to be trash for a little while. You know what I'm saying? And that's most likely what's going to happen with the Warriors. Like once Steph is gone, like that's it. You know what I'm saying? And even now, bro, like once you start chipping away at the core pieces, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't give a damn. Like I'm the type of fan that what Clay had, this is what I'm saying about Clay. This is how I feel. It's just me, this is my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I'm riding with him to the end. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a loyal person, right? So that bleeds over into like if I fuck with you, I fuck with you. Whether you my family, friend, you know what I'm saying? A team that I fuck with, right? So with Klay Thompson, he's given me so much that I never thought. You know, he contributed to 4 championships, bro. That from here on out, if he was to stay with the Warriors, I don't give a fuck if every shot that he took for the rest of his career, he missed it. He earned that right with me. You know what I'm saying? Because that don't take away what he done already did. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at with it. You know what I mean? I just, you know what I'm saying? Like I understand, you know, fans want to try to, you know, they think, because look, Steph is my favorite player, okay? But Steph didn't do this shit by himself, bro. Like without Draymond Green, I truly believe ain't no championships, man. You know what I'm saying?
I'm leaving the best shooting backcourt I've ever seen. I think history as well. Them dudes struggle.
Hey, straight up. Yeah, this the best shooting backcourt of all time, man. Straight up.
There'll never be another Oracle.
Yeah, there'll never be another Oracle. Oh yeah, for sure. Right on, Charlie. Oh yeah, I'm a true fan, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, straight up. You know what I'm saying? But not just of my teams, of like players that I fuck with too, though. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll argue a LeBron fan down to the T about Kobe is better than him. And you know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? And when I say that, I'm not saying like it's like he's better than him by like hella, you know what I'm saying? But I just feel like Kobe is better. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he's more skilled. Kobe got a bag. Like he can, like LeBron, his game is like he's cerebral. Like, okay, LeBron's smart than a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And he's one of the greatest passers of all time. He's one of the greatest scorers of all that. You know what I'm saying? But as far as like when you got to get in that bag though, you know what I'm saying? On some Kyrie shit, on some Kobe shit, on some KD shit, on some Steph shit, on some Jordan shit, and you really got to get in that bag. When it's time to get in that bag, like LeBron don't really got no go-to move like that. He's improved. Like when he first came in the league, he couldn't really shoot at all. You know what I'm saying? Over time, because he's such a hard worker, now, you know what I mean, he can shoot. You know what I mean? He'd never be like the greatest shooter ever, whatever, but you know what I'm saying, he can shoot. But I'm saying like he had to improve on you know what I'm saying, on that. But so like Kobe, I'm talking about footwork. I'm talking about he a spin off that, you know what I mean? Like he like it's just the bag, the overall. When they say the quote unquote bag, you know what I'm saying? I just don't think like LeBron's bag is as deep. You know what I'm saying? Like he's more like brute force. I'm gonna just put my head down and I'm just gonna get to the cup and I'm gonna dunk that motherfucker and lay it up. And there's something to be said for that. This man has scored the most points in NBA history, surpassing fucking Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. You know what I'm saying? The next motherfucker that want to pass LeBron gonna have to play like 23 straight years and not miss no games and average like 25 points a game for all 23 years and shit. That shit is damn near not finna happen. You know what I'm saying? Ever again. That shit probably ain't gonna be broken. But we said that about Kareem too. We never thought that, so you never know. But that's, I'm getting off on a tangent. That's something else. I ain't trying to, you know what I'm saying? But that's just my thing with Kobe, and you know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying that because, you know what I mean? When I fuck with you, I fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? Because I study this shit, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, nah, that sucks, man. For Clay, we'll see what happens. I like that. Yeah, for sure, man. Nah, it is, you know what I'm saying? You gotta have that loyalty, man, with, you know what I mean? With, because these things, these teams and these players, like, you know what I mean, we don't want to treat, you know, we don't want to treat we got to keep it, we admire them and stuff, but we don't want to treat them like, you know, like they gods and all that, because they not, they just human beings like us. But at the same time, they, like we feel like we know them, kind of like, they don't know us, but it's like, you know what I mean? And especially when you, when you win championships and shit like that, bro, like it's things that you'll never forget. Like I've been to every Warrior parade except for one. I didn't go to the last one in 22. I just wasn't tripping. I don't know why. I was just happy they won a championship. You know what I'm saying? After KD. So that mean they had one before him. And after him, that mean nobody can say nothing no more about that KD shit. You know what I'm saying? And Steph finally got that Finals MVP. That's another thing. This whole Finals MVP thing. See, motherfuckers don't understand. Like I said, I'm a little older. When I was growing up, it was about winning. It didn't like who won the Finals MVP was never a talking point. Like in the 90s, 2000s, it just wasn't. It was never like, oh, if you didn't win the Finals MVP, like you ain't shit type shit. Like that shit didn't start really until like the whole Steph and KD shit. Really, it started when Steph didn't get that first Finals MVP in 2015. He should have got that one. I understand Andre, you know, played his role and did, but come on now. You know what I'm saying? I think those first few games kind of hurt Steph, though, because he kind of started slow. You know what I'm saying? But he finished off strong in a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But he should have got that. He should have got that one. You know what I'm saying? So he should at least have two right now. But that's when that shit started, right? You know what I'm saying? And then what happened was once KD came over to Steph's team, but then KD was winning the Finals MVP, then that's when they really took ahead of the thing. But before that, whoever won the Finals MVP, that shit wasn't no it wasn't a thing.
I subscribe, bro. Like it, bro.
Man, one love, bro. One love, Fernando. Definitely, man. Thank you for that. For sure, for sure. I gotta be more consistent on this thing, though, man. You know, we all just be going through life. I be working and shit all the time, so sometimes I don't be having the energy to do this. I didn't have the energy tonight, but I was like, man, I ain't did a Snacks on Sport episode in like a month, man. So I'm like, man, I've been telling myself I got to be more consistent because every time I do a live or I do shorts, I do give people like such as yourself, you know what I'm saying, to, you know, comment and show me love. So, that's just telling me I just got to be more consistent. But definitely, right on. One love for the support and all that. But yeah, man. I forgot what the fuck I was saying, but I was saying something. Oh yeah, the Finals MVP. Finals MVP was never like a thing, you know what I'm saying? And all of a sudden now it's a thing. Like they're gonna try to make it a thing between Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. It's just if Boston end up closing it out, they're gonna make it a thing. You know what I'm saying? And Jaylen Brown is probably going to win. But so I'll say this. If the Boston Celtics would have closed out the series tonight, Jaylen Brown would have been the Finals MVP. He's just been the most overall best player for them in the finals so far. JT right there too. Drew Holiday, you know what I'm saying? But they would have gave it to Jaylen Brown. But now that they done lost, and now it's going to be more games, or at least one more game now, you know what I mean? We can see kind of like, you know, JT got it. But to me, Jason Tatum is their best player. It doesn't matter whether he wins the Finals MVP. I'm not saying he's like 10 times better than Jaylen Brown, but I feel like he's the better player. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this is what, second or third straight year, first team All NBA. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, but fucking, what was I gonna say? Yeah, if Boston Celtics ends up winning this finals and Jaylen Brown gets the Finals MVP, they're going to be trying to shit on Jason Tatum. And you're going to start hearing all this talk about, well, Jaylen Brown is the best player, this and that. And that's cool. If people feel that way, it's all good. It ain't, you know, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But it's always a divide and conquer kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like, this is what the local sports media do out here in the Bay Area. For years, man, the Warriors haven't been able to just, I know the Warriors have, but I'm saying us as fans, we ain't been able to just enjoy. I mean, we have, but we ain't been able to just enjoy the fucking championships, because every time we win a championship, the next day they're on the radio talking about, well, how long is it going to last? And such contract is coming up, and how, you know, are they going to be able to keep everybody together and this and that and blah blah blah. It's like, and they talking about 5 years down the line. Well, 3-4 years down, 3-4 years down the line, if you keep this team, then in 4 years you're going to be like, bro, we just won the fucking championship. Let us, you know what I'm saying, celebrate that. We don't give a fuck what's happening in 3-4 years. Don't nobody know what's going to happen in fucking 3-4 years. Just last year, the Dallas Mavericks didn't even make the playoffs. Now they in the NBA Finals. Who would have picked last year, after the Dallas Mavericks didn't make the playoffs? Who would have picked them to be in the NBA Finals this year? You know what I'm saying? Not many. You feel me? So you don't know what's gonna happen next year, let alone 3-4 years down the line. But that's what they do. That's what the media do. You know what I'm saying? It's a divide and conquer kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? They try to divide. You know what I'm saying? But Nah, I'm hoping the Mavs come back. I'm hoping the Mavs come back. You know what I'm saying? And make it a series. Even if they don't win the series, just win another game or two just to extend the series, just to give us more basketball, more shit to talk about. Because once the NBA season is over, it get dead for about a month or two right before football starts. Baseball, I grew up fucking with baseball too, but it's just not the same. You know what I'm saying? It's just not. So I ain't even gonna sit there in front. I'm from the Bay Area, so I'm a Giants fan. But I ain't really been, I know what's going on, you know what I mean? But so we smack dab in the middle of the baseball season, but I don't really be paying attention to baseball. You got to go to a baseball game. I can't sit and watch a baseball game on TV. I just can't. You know what I'm saying? It's just not as exciting as it was when I was growing up, and I was able to watch a motherfucker like Barry Bonds. Like now, when Barry Bonds or Ken Griffey Jr. is up to bat, that's must-see TV. G-bodies? What's that? What you mean by G-bodies? I don't know what that is. My fault. But what else, man, did I want to say about this finals, man? Another thing is you like the whole thing with like role players. You know what I'm saying? Like Stephen A. wanted to get on Tim Hardaway Jr. My thing is like this, bro. You can only blame a role player but so much, bro. It's on the stars, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying, to get it done. You feel me? I'm just an old-fashioned kind of nigga, man. You know what I'm saying? You win as a team, lose as a team. El Camino, Monte Carlo, SS Grand Nationals. Oh yeah. We fuck with the old schools and shit. Like, I grew up. I'm from East Palo Alto. You know what I'm saying? Which is right next to Palo Alto, which is like where Stanford is at. You know what I'm saying? It's like right up the street from where I'm at right now. But East Palo Alto, when I was growing up in the 90s, we was the murder capital of the country in 93. Yeah, either 92, 93, or 94. The little small city I'm from, called East Palo Alto, was the murder capital of the United States per capita, though, only because the city is so small. You know what I'm saying? The city is so small, so the population is so small. Stanford University is right. Stanford University is right by me. You know what I'm saying? I was born up there. I was actually born at Stanford Hospital. You know what I'm saying? All my kids was born there too. But yeah, Stanford is Stanford. I've been going to Stanford University. Like, I'm not like as a student, but like, I'll be at Stanford all the time. Like, I just be up. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Stanford is, from where I'm sitting right now, Stanford is a 10-minute drive away. You know what I'm saying? But I say that to say, the murder capital thing, because, so I'm from the hood. So, we grew up on them old schools. You know what I'm saying? So, like, whereas I think like in Texas, like they call it, what do they call it? Like Dayton's or whatever, you know what I'm saying? For us, we call them killers, like 5-time killers, like the Rims, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, the homies would flip like, everything you said, like Novas, Grand Nationals, Caprice Classics, You know what I'm saying? The Caprice Classics, we called them we call that the mob. You know what I'm saying? Chevelle's, you know what I'm saying? All type of shit. Everything that you said. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, man. So yeah, East Palo. Look up East Palo, man. We got history. But yeah, fucking yeah, man. That's pretty much it though. You know what I mean? I just wanted to come out here and the box Chev. The box Chev as well. You know what I'm saying? The box Chevy, yep, you know what I'm saying? So also I'll say this. So I just said that about Stanford, right? So it's changed a bit around here. So it's still the hood, but it's nothing like how it was when I was growing up. So like the crime and violence is gone now. It's a safe place to be now. You know what I'm saying? And that's because right behind me, right fucking behind where I'm at right now. And when I say right behind me, I literally mean right behind me. Like if I walk out to the street right here, if I walk out to the sidewalk and I look down there, Facebook is right there. The Facebook headquarters is literally 3 minutes away from, I can walk to Facebook in 3 minutes right now. Like in 2-3 minutes, I can get out this car and walk 2-3 minutes and I'm at Facebook. It's right behind me. And Instagram is like, because you know, Facebook on Instagram now. So Instagram is right here too. Instagram. So right behind me is like the original Facebook. But now these motherfuckers then expanded. So they done took this whole block over here around the corner. You know what I'm saying? And so that's another division of Facebook, and that's where Instagram is at. You know what I'm saying? This shit is right here. So because of that, once all of that started to come over here, you know what I'm saying, they started to clean up a little bit of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's high priced to the motherfucker out here, bro. Like this shit is ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Like this shit is way too expensive out here. You know what I'm saying? For no damn reason. I mean, it's for a reason. We got good weather. And like I said, I'm right in the heart of Silicon Valley. You know what I'm saying? So I got Facebook and Instagram right here in my backyard. Okay. YouTube is right up the highway. I can drive to YouTube. I can drive to the YouTube headquarters and be there. If I leave right now and jump on the freeway, I can get to YouTube in 20 minutes. I can get to YouTube in 20 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Twitter is in San Francisco. That's like a 25, 30-minute drive away. So yeah, we got all this shit around here, man. Everything is here, man. LinkedIn, Netflix is in San Jose. That's like 20 minutes away. Everything is here, bro. All this shit is here. So fucking but yeah, back in the day, so they didn't clean it up. So now, some of the motherfuckers still got old schools and shit, but it's not as prevalent as it once was. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got newer cars and shit now. But yeah, man, listen. Man, bro, this shit is ridiculous, bro. So I went to right now I'm sitting in Menlo Park. East Palo is basically just right across the street. You know what I'm saying? I went to high school at Menlo Atherton High School. Menlo Atherton is in a city that's called Atherton. But all these cities is right all around each other. You got Menlo Park, East Palo, Atherton, Redwood City, We all right here. But Atherton is the most expensive place to live in California. Okay. Steph Curry lives in Atherton. So Steph Curry got a house like 10 minutes away from, you know what I'm saying, from where I'm at right now. Atherton is the most, like, and then you got Palo Alto. So people that's not from here, when I say East Palo Alto, they think I'm talking about Palo Alto. And I mean, the two cities are right next to each other, but they're technically two different cities. You know what I'm saying? I'm from East Palo Alto. That's the hood. Palo Alto is where Stanford is at. That's the good, you know what I mean? That's where if you go to Palo Alto, Palo Alto is where Steve Jobs' house is at. Like Steve Jobs' house, it's like Steve Jobs' house, I can drive to it right now. It's like, once again, it's like 10 minutes away from where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? And so it's a nice house, but it's not like no mansion or nothing like that. It's just a regular house. But the houses over there it's super expensive, bro. Like so a house in Palo Alto, I'm talking about, I mean, like 5, 6, 7 million, something like that, on some real shit. Like where like in the hood in East Palo Alto, these houses is $1 million. Like my great grandmother passed away in Menlo Park in 2020, and we had to sell the house. You know what I'm saying? And originally it was 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom. But she expanded on it and turned it into 4 bedroom, 2 bathrooms, right? But it didn't look like that from the outside. From the outside, you couldn't tell it was 4 bedrooms in there. And it's a very old-fashioned house. But yeah, that house sold for $1.4 million. You know what I'm saying? That house sold for $1.4 million, bro. And I know that house in somewhere like Texas or something like that. Man, that house would have been like $500,000 or some shit like that. 400,000. Hell yeah, that house would have been like 400, 500,000. It wouldn't have been no damn 1.4. You know what I'm saying? And so yeah, man, it's ridiculous out here. You know what I mean? Now on the outskirts of the Bay Area, it's still some places. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it's crazy how much they're going for now for them old schools. What you mean, like them Carter vehicles? You know what I'm saying? Because I don't got one per se myself, but I know that because the more time go by, you know what I'm saying, the more classic they get. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? The motherfuckers cost more money, I guess. You know what I mean? I guess that would be my theory on it. You know what I'm saying? Damn. 30K to 50K? Yeah, man. Man, I'm from an era where, man, a motherfucker buy a Chevy Caprice Classic from the homie or something for like $1,500. You know what I mean? 2 racks. You know what I mean? And then just flip that motherfucker. Go, you know what I'm saying? Take it, get the dents out of it, get it painted, throw that candy paint on there. You know what I'm saying? Get the interior redone. You know what I'm saying? And then get the killers on there, get the rims on there, get the new tires on there. You know what I'm saying? That's how motherfuckers would do it. You know what I'm saying? But they want 30K off the top. You know what I'm saying? Like, me, myself now, you know what I mean? This might be a California thing, you know what I'm saying? Because I know down south, my dad's from Louisiana. He's from New Orleans, you know what I'm saying? But Yeah, I know I definitely know it's a Texas thing too. You know what I'm saying? I'm just assuming you from Texas because you said that you're a Dallas fan, but uh, um, for me out here in Cali in the Bay, I'm into the electric cars. Like right now, I'm sitting in an electric car. You know what I'm saying? So, but I still got love for my old schools because I come from that. You know what I'm saying? And like, for example, now when I go to Oakland, anytime I'm in Oakland, I see that more prevalent. Because see, Oakland, even though they didn't gentrify Oakland somewhat too, you know what I'm saying? Just like here, but Oakland, for one, Oakland is a much bigger city than where I'm from, but it still got parts of Oakland that still look and resemble Oakland. Like it still feel like Oakland. Here it do too. It's just that here where I'm from, East Palo Alto, it's just like you used to ride up the street and it would be 15, 20 niggas standing on the corner. Like, and that shit is long gone. Like that shit been stopped happening. Like, I mean, shit. that shit started to stop in like the 2000, like the late 2000s, early 2010s. That's when it started to die down here where I'm from. But if you go to Oakland, you'll still see shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So Oakland, you know what I mean? I'm more likely to see motherfuckers riding around in them old schools, and we put the speakers in the trunk. We put the speakers in the trunk. We got the Zap board on our lap, which is like the little equalizer. You know what I'm saying? We put the speakers in the trunk. You know what I mean? So we got 4 bidings, 4 15s. You know what I'm saying? 15 by 9s or whatever. We got them in the trunk, and we just beating down your block. License plate rattling. Bah, 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 bah. And to us, that's that's the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? But so I still got love for that in that era because that's where I come from. I grew up in that. But you know what I'm saying? I'm sitting in the 2023 right now. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? You did. It's a rental, but you know what I'm saying? I got it's mine for as long as I want to keep it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah though, man. I just want to get up on here, man, and say my piece about the final so far. I'm gonna jump back on here. I'm a man. I'm gonna start being more consistent, man, with this shit, man. And I'm gonna be back on here. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to do it every day. But if not every day, you know what I'm saying, at least a few times a week, I gotta, you know what I mean? I can't be, because see, this what normally happens. I go for like a month where I'm damn near, you know what I'm saying, on there almost every day. And then life will start kicking in a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And then y'all won't see me for like a month, you know what I mean, maybe 2, and then I jump back in it. But I'm gonna just be more consistent because it's some Caitlin Clark shit I want to talk about too. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't like how they doing Caitlin Clark, man. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, they ain't necessarily doing it in the type of way, but just how they using her name to try to, with all this political shit and this and that. And she just like, hey, I just want to play basketball, man. I ain't here for all that. And then they try to make it like, oh, she got well, you got a responsibility to speak out on this and speak out on that. I'm like, nah, why? If she don't want to do that and she just want to play basketball, just let her play basketball. Y'all always want a motherfucker to be Martin Luther King and some shit when that's not who they is. You know what I'm saying? She like, hey, you know what I mean? But, you know, it's because she white, so they picking on her. You know what I'm saying? But, and they just hating on her because she's the one that is being anointed as the one who is bringing the light to the WNBA right now. You know what I'm saying? When it's been others that have been deserving, but for whatever, you know, it is what it is. Sometimes that one come through and it just is what it is. You can't really you can't really, you know what I'm saying? You can't really, it just is what it is. When you that one, when you've been chosen to be that one in whatever it is, hey, sometimes it just is, she just one of them ones. It ain't, you know what I mean? So she's just been the one that's been picked to bring the light to the WNBA. You know what I'm saying? And so it is what it is. And they mad at that because they feel like, oh, she getting all the credit, and this, that. I'm just like, man, I don't hate, man. I don't give a fuck what color you is, this, and that, blah, blah. If you're doing the damn thing, you doing the damn thing, you got to give her credit for that. You know what I'm saying? And everybody else, this going to make it better for y'all. Y'all finna start making more money now. It's more people, you know what I'm saying, coming to the game, more people paying attention to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like in the motherfucking women's national championship Final Four and shit, I was actually watching that shit. You know what I'm saying? I hadn't watched no motherfucking women's basketball in hella long and shit. You know what I'm saying? I think the last time I watched women's basketball and shit, nigga, when my oldest daughter was playing basketball, nigga, when she was a child. You know what I'm saying? And but nigga, man, so you know, that's all. I don't want to get too much into it because I want to do a topic on that. Football coming around the corner. So I'm finna get in my NFL bag. You know what I'm saying? You know, they out here still hating on Brock Purdy, trying to say my dude ain't, you know what I mean? Trying to say he ain't like that when all he been showing is that he like that. You know what I'm saying? So, you feel me? But yeah, I'm finna get off this thing though, man. I'm gonna get at y'all. You feel me? Tap back in with y'all on the next one. One love for everybody that tuned in and all that. And yeah, I'm gonna tap back in with y'all. All right, go on. Snax on Sports.